Hey everyone, this is Heather with the Parks and Rec Department. Today we are going to learn how to create a new account on our new software that we have that we use for all of our registrations, including summer day camp, our swim lessons, junior lifeguarding, as well as our daddy-daughter dance in February. So let's get started. So from here, my homepage that I'm just going to use for the sake of this video is going to be our City of Friendswood website, which is just www.friendswood.com. I'm going to show y'all the long way, or one of the long ways to get to the page that I am going to show you how to create your account on, and then I will show you the quick link for it. We'll also put the quick link down at the bottom for you to be able to write it down just in case you missed it. So under the Parks and Recreation tab on our main Friendswood page, you can go to the pool or summer day camp. In the winter, you can even go to the special events tab where we have daddy-daughter dance, but for the sake of this video, we're going to go through summer day camp. This first drop down is going to be camp information and registration, where again, it's information about summer camp. And down here at the bottom, it's going to say register your camper. So it'll open up a new tab just in case you need to go back. It'll open up a new tab, and this is the page that we're going to be looking at in just a second. So like a math teacher, I'm going to show you the long way, and now we're going to go back and I'll show you the quick way to do it. So up here in our browser bar, the easy way to do this is just to type in parks.friendswood, if I can type, .com. Okay, so again, we're back on this page where we were at just a second ago. So from here, we're going to go to the login and create account. That is my information. You can't see it, but we are going to create a new account right here at the bottom. For our account today, we are going to make an account for Mr. Bugs J. Bunny. So here we're just going to start filling in all of the information about Mr. Bunny. Of course, name, birth date, and I don't know if this is actually when Bugs was born, but we're just going to say it was May 31st, 1979 for the sake. I know he's older than that, but so we're just going to put in phone number here. One of the things you want to notice about the phone number here is that it also gives you an option of doing a mobile carrier. For parents who are interested, this is especially good for summer camp and swim lessons. In case we have any notices that need to go out, we also have the option of texting you. So make sure that if you want those text messages, that you do select which carrier you have so that we are able to do that. We're going to go over here and create an address for him. So for this address, there are a couple things you need to keep in mind. Make sure that you are spelling your address correctly, that you are putting the drive, street, avenue, circle, whatever it is that you have. The address needs to be correct in the system because we have it set to automatically assign your residency based on all of the addresses that we have in our system. If you live in an apartment or a condo or something along those lines that has an address or a number or a suite, make sure that those go on the second line. So we're going to say that he is in apartment number 125. From here, we can go down to our email. Just note that this is also going to be your username until we get to the point where you can change it. So for right now, we are just going to go ahead and give him bugsbunny@fakeemail.com and just create a password for him. Notice down here at the bottom, it does say that passwords must be at least 8 characters long, contain characters from at least 3 of the following 4 categories: lowercase letters, uppercase letters, numbers, and special characters. So we're just going to create something for him real quick with a couple of those things in there. And I apologize, my computer autofills things. So this is the start of a new account. You also want to make note of these email preferences down here. We have a couple different communication types. We have courtesy notices, critical announcements, and upcoming events. If you just want to get information about some events, you can get included into this. You might get emailed, not necessarily when we are sending out stuff specifically about the activity that you are signed up for. So say for instance, you signed up for summer day camp and we are sending information out about daddy-daughter dance in January. This is the item that we would check so that you would get that information. If you don't want it and you just want critical announcements regarding summer camp, say for instance, a field trip has been canceled due to weather, or something changed, or the kids need to get dropped off earlier for a field trip the next day, we will send it out through critical announcements. Same thing with swim lessons. This is going to be if we have bad weather, if an accident happened in the pool, or if we're having to delay or cancel / reschedule a swim lesson. This is what the critical announcements is for, so definitely make sure you sign up for that one. The other two are completely optional. Well, they're all optional, but I would highly suggest signing up for the critical announcements. So just make sure you put your email back over here. If for some reason it is a different email that you want us to put, you are more than welcome to put that here as well. Okay, so once this has been taken care of, you can click this button down here that says Next Step, Other Account Members. This is very important if you are doing something that involves other people in your household. So again, summer day camp, swim lessons where you're going to be registering children. You want to make sure that you add everybody to your account that is in your household. So we're going to go ahead and start with Bugs's wife, which is Miss Babs. The only thing that it asks, it's not going to make you go back through and answer every single thing about every person. You're not going to have to put in another address. You're not going to have to put in another email and everything. All it's going to ask for is their name, their gender, and their date of birth. So let me put in all their kids. All right, so once you have everybody in your account on this page, you can go ahead and click Save and Close, and it'll go ahead and automatically log you in. So it's going to take you back to the same page, except the only thing that's different is right over here, it's not going to say log in. It's going to allow you to go and see your account. So we're going to go ahead and click on our account. There's a couple different things you can do from this page. One of the cool things about this new software is that if you have two parents on the account, you can actually assign different passwords to the second parent so that they have their own login information in order to log in and make payments, or, you know, maybe one isn't available to sign them up for something, so the other parent has to, instead of sharing usernames and passwords, y'all can have your own this time. So we want to note a couple things on this page. There are a couple things that once you have created your account, we require you to call the office in order to make changes for. Those two things are going to be the date of birth. So once a birth date has been put in, just so it can't get changed all the time, you do have to contact the office to change that. Same thing with the address. So if you have moved, once your account has been created, just give us a call in the office and we can go ahead and change that for you. We'll go ahead and put that number on the screen. You can also find it on our website, or if you're listening, it's 281-996-3220, and anybody in the Parks and Rec office can help you with that. Since we are on Babs's account, we're going to go ahead and give her a different password as well. But I also wanted to make note that you can also give her a different address. Like I said, you have to call the office. So say, for instance, mom and dad don't live in the same household, but you want to both access information for the kids. just call the office and we can go ahead and change that second address on there for you. It's not a big deal. And then, like I said, they have their separate login. Same thing over here with the contact information. We can uncheck this contact information, and now mom can have her own phone number in here just in case it's different, which most people have cell phones, so cell phone number versus the other. We can change that up so that everybody gets a text message. Same thing here with the email preferences. We're going to go ahead and give her her own email. And she just wants critical announcements. Same thing with this login information. Make sure you change her. So there you go. So Babs now has her own phone number over here. She has her own email preferences. She has her own login information. And then we're just going to keep the same address. But again, if that needed to be changed, the office can do that for you. Once all that's been updated, you can go ahead and click Save User. Now Babs has all her own information. So from this page, one more thing that I would like to point out is there are these little avatars right here. So you can change those to make it your own. Sorry about that error, it's okay. You can put your own picture there just in case. So for instance, if you have a pool membership, whenever you clock or whenever you check in, your picture would pop up so that the staff can see that it is your picture and it is in fact your account, that somebody didn't pick up your key fob off the ground and tried to use your membership for their own benefit. This is one good way to prevent that. So from here you can just upload a picture. I got a picture of Mr. Bugs over here. Go ahead and plop that in and the picture shows up. I'm not going to go ahead and do everybody's. I just wanted to show y'all how to do that. On the same token, if for some reason you forgot somebody whenever you were doing the initial account add-in, or if you have a child down the line, somebody else moves into your household, you can always click here and add a new family member, which it'll add the same information again, so their name, date of birth, gender, and everybody can have their own passwords if, say, for instance, an in-law moves in and they want access to the account as well so they can sign up for adult sports or to buy a fitness pass. That is also an option on here as well. Just a couple of things that we are going to cover once we get into, on the next video, when we get into how to register. Just take note of a couple things that are on this page. We have the notifications, so if you have anything that has been alerted to you, it will show up right here. If you have any upcoming events, so for instance, if you signed up for the Daddy-Daughter Dance, or if you signed up for a softball tournament, it will show up in here. You can also click your full calendar if you have signed up for multiple things, multiple sessions of summer camp. Recent registrations, so for those of you who are doing summer camp and or swim lessons, these will all show up at one time. And then if you go ahead and make any rentals, those permits and receipts will all be available for you right here as well. Over on this far right, we have account statements where you can go back and view any statements that we've sent to you, transaction history for any receipts and payments. Managed memberships, again, we have like our fitness program as well as our summer, the pool memberships, which will be available here. Linked accounts, we don't necessarily have any accounts linked at this point as far as you linking your Facebook to it. So this is not something that we have activated at this point. Waitlist status, so for those of you who are signing up for summer camp, if you get put on a waitlist, and swim lessons as well, if you get put on a wait list, you can check here and see what your status is to see if anybody has been called up off the wait list, if you have moved up, and what number you would be in. Check-in history, so for those who have memberships, if they want to see how many times they have visited a certain place, this is on there as well. Contact preferences, again, this is if y'all want to go in and click, your emails, you want critical announcements, text message purposes, if you don't want the courtesy notices anymore, but you do want upcoming events, you can go ahead and do that as well. And then the last thing on here is the event calendar, and this is kind of the same thing as here. This is just going to be the list of all the events that you've signed up for. And then, of course, if you want to follow us on any social networks, we are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Those links go to our pages, so you can follow us. The good thing is you can do all of these things not just from a desktop, but you can also do them from your phone. So with the avatars, you can upload a picture straight from your phone. You can visit our social media straight from your phone. You can register straight from your phone for those of y'all who had issues with it last year with summer camp. I would like to note that the software works best with Chrome, but it can be used on Firefox, Internet Explorer, and Edge. I'm using Internet Explorer at this point, but yeah, I think that's the end of how to create an account. Thank you so much, and we'll have other videos posted on how to register for different events, and thanks for watching.